Hello, I am Michelle with two L's.
And I'm Natalie the Red, and welcome to Force of Light Entertainment.
Yes, we are Force of Light Entertainment, and we are here to give you our non-spoiler review of the new Sandra Bullock and Channing Tatum movie, The Lost City. And this movie is an comedy action, kind of feels like a throwback to
adventure.
Yes, romance,
Yeah.
a little romance in it. It's kind of got everything in it.
Right.
But yeah, for those of you who don't know how we do our reviews, we give you our initial thoughts, what we liked, what we didn't like, and then we tell you our final rating of the movie. So we'll start with initial thoughts. My initial thoughts was I really laughed at this movie. Not with this movie. I enjoyed it. I laughed a lot. So I enjoyed it. Natalie, what are your initial thoughts?
Yes, my initial thoughts were that I was pleasantly surprised by how much this movie made me laugh and how much I really enjoyed this movie.
And I will say this, when I asked her to go see this with me, she was like, I don't think that's my cup of tea.
So that was my impression of the movie for whatever reason when I realized, yeah, I don't know why I was thinking that, but
literally first scene of the movie, first seconds of the movie, she's laughing and continuing to laugh the whole way through.
And you all that watch this channel even know that I get the giggles. Like I definitely am a laugher. But this was like it was just kind of got me right off the gate. It
was really funny.
It got me, and then it kind of set the stage for the duration of the movie.
Yes. So let's get into what we liked about this movie. And one, the cast of Sandra Bullock, Channing Tatum, and there's an extended, I would call it like a long cameo by Brad Pitt. All of them just work so well together, and especially Sandra Bullock and Channing Tatum, who are with each other most of the movie. Just amazing chemistry. Comedic chemistry.
They're really good together.
Yes.
And I think they both as actors can shine,
in comedies.
In this type of in comedies. Yes. And it's so great to see her, on the screen and him.
Yes.
Honestly, I haven't seen Channing Tatum in anything for a while, and I think he's good at comedy.
Well, he was seen in Free Guy.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's
in another comedy.
It's almost like that kind of kicked off his start, it seems like, to come back. But not that I don't know where he's been. But But then Sandra Bullock, that's cool. She still looks beautiful.
Yeah.
Still looks awesome. So this was fun.
And for us women, it's kind of cool. It's like she's like 15 or 16 years older than him, and they're kind of linked together, which normally it's the other way around that happens. But
that's cool. I think we've come away as a society that a woman in her 50s
is the leading lady.
Is the leading lady. You know? I think that's awesome.
But I mean, Sandra Bullock is she's one of those actresses, she's still box office. Like she's kind of the last of that old era of kind of a movie star. Yes. Yeah. And this movie in many ways feels like a movie from a different era. Like it knows its assignment. It's not there to preach. It's there to make you laugh, and you will have a lot of fun with this movie. But I think too, Sandra Bullock, her kind of going back to her old roots of comedy, because she is a funny woman. Like she plays her roles very comedically, and she knows her role in this and is very funny at it. And then again, as we were saying, Channing Tatum, I think where he's best is comedy.
It's comedy, yeah.
And then Brad Pitt. Who knew? Kind of towards the end now in his career, he's finally getting into some comedy, and the guy is gold in comedy. Because, I need more of Brad Pitt in comedy.
Yeah, we were saying how if you think about it, and correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but he really, to have such a long career, he has done very little comedy.
Yeah.
And it was actually in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, the Quentin Tarantino movie, that I thought, I was like, oh, he can be funny.
Yeah, he can be very funny.
I never realized. So it's it was fun to see him in this. And let's just say there were probably a couple minutes at a time of his cameo that I think I cried with tears.
Without spoiling, in his in one of his big scenes, I was probably embarrassing my niece because I was laughing so hard. I mean, it was hysterical. I was dying. I literally was. It was funny. And it's not just that scene. There were multiple scenes. This whole movie is funny throughout, but there were scenes that you truly will die laughing. You will laugh hard with this movie, because again, the movie knows what it is, and it's kind of making fun of the whole female romance fantasy novels, because that's what her character is. She's a female romance novelist that writes those stories, and she kind of ends up living out that story with Channing Tatum.
She's kind of personally stuck in a rut. Her husband has passed away, who's an archaeologist, and she has background in that too, which kind of sets up the plot for this movie.
Yes,
of the adventure and then ends up playing out kind of like a book she would write, but like, you know, the truth is stranger than fiction, or so, you know. So
the movie's kind of, there's a lot of satire, like they're making fun of that, but they do it so well. Like it was just a lot of fun, this movie, and all the actors, they knew the assignment, and they executed it very well.
Right.
And even Daniel Radcliffe, I mean, he made me laugh several times.
Yeah, it's true.
He's the villain of the movie, but
he does a good job. Honestly.
Yeah, he does. He does. I laugh with him several times. And is this movie ridiculous? Yes, but it knows it's being ridiculous.
Yeah, sometimes you want to just go watch something ridiculous. I love ridiculous.
And they lean into it to where it's very funny when it's ridiculous. Kind of even say the way Tropic Thunder did.
Right.
Sometimes, you know, they know they're being ridiculous and it's a part of the comedy.
Like that's part of the, you know, it's like satire sort of, you know?
Yes. And this movie is definitely that. Anything else that you really enjoyed? Again, this movie is just a lot of fun.
It was the most fun I've had at going to the movies in a while.
Because
there aren't many comedies.
No, this is the most and hardest I've laughed in a movie theater in probably years, genuinely years. Like this movie uses so much physical comedy,
right?
And it does it very well.
Yeah, it's just one scene with the three main stars that we just
we were dying.
Yeah, I won't tell you what it is, but you'll know it when you see it. But a song comes on, and it just, oh my gosh, I was dying.
The music selections were good.
They were.
They added to the humor of the situations.
Oh, they did for sure.
Definitely. So what did we not like? Well, there's really nothing I didn't like. It's more like, is this going to go down as a classic? Probably not. But that's kind of the worst I can say about it. Because again, this movie knew the assignment, and it did it.
It did it. And it's like, if you're just looking, you know, for a fun movie or to go laugh, I think it's worth seeing.
Well, and to me, and that's kind of all our negatives, I guess. To me, we're like, we could have used even more Brad Pitt. There would be, I guess, maybe that.
Right.
But and make sure you stay
till the after the
a little bit, just about a minute after, and then you'll get a little more of something. But
someone.
Yes, this movie to me, another positive.
Even that last bit was really funny.
It was really funny. It was really funny.
Even the little,
it even ends on something very funny. But yeah, this movie to me, another positive is I feel like male and females can equally enjoy this movie.
Oh, totally. Great date night movie.
Yes, because it's a movie. It truly is at its core a comedy, an action comedy, and
with romance.
Yeah, but the comedic is what really shines in this movie. And again, you will laugh all the way through this movie if you enjoy that type of humor.
Yeah,
which I mean, I thought it was funny. Our theater was laughing.
Yes.
Quite a bit.
I think we were laughing.
We definitely
far the most.
We definitely laughed. Yeah, we definitely laughed the most.
Usually Michelle's the loud laugher, but I had some loud laughs last night.
It was funny.
I just let it out.
It was really funny.
Normally I'm a silent laugher, but sometimes it was just let it free.
Yeah. So let's get into our rating. And guys, we rate on a system of hoots, 5 hoots, and it is literally based on our level of enjoyment.
Yes.
So not if it's the best
acclaim.
So Natalie, what do you give this movie?
I'm going to give this movie as a comedy. This is 4.5 hoots for me.
Okay. I was actually going to go with 4.5 hoots as well. Again, this movie, the three actors, and even like her assistant, everyone does their role well.
It's true. Even the assistant, it's true.
Even the guy who plays Oscar in The Office makes his role funny.
Even the ones you think like, oh, they might not actually be funny or might be kind of annoying, like they actually end up serving their purpose well and being funny.
Yes, like
just to be brutally honest.
Again, everyone knew the assignment and accomplished it quite well. And this is the type movie I hope it does well, because it's a throwback in a good way. It's not a sequel. It's not tied to some big franchise. It's just a comedy.
Fun action adventure comedy.
Yes,
well, I should say comedy action adventure.
Yes, that doesn't take itself serious, but yet again, some of the satireness of it, I feel like is kind of genius how they made fun of certain things. But yeah, I had a lot, if you can't tell, I had a lot of fun with this movie. I texted our brother and I was like, you will crack up if you go see this movie. Like it is funny. So I definitely recommend if you've not seen it and you need a good laugh. Who doesn't need a good laugh today?
We all need that. It's like a good medicine for the soul.
It is. So I definitely recommend going and seeing The Lost City. Again, it's something I hope we get more movies like this in the future. That don't take themselves too seriously, that are there to entertain and to make you laugh, to put a smile on your face. In fact, there's a line in the movie where he says that basically to her, like, why would I basically kind of like, why would I feel bad about something that makes people smile so much?
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, we need movies that do that, that just put a smile on your face. And this definitely is that. So that's our review. Any final thoughts? You good?
Go see it if you like comedies.
Yeah.
There's my final thought.
Or if you like Sandra Bullock, Channing Tatum, or Brad Pitt. It's worth it. It's definitely worth it. But yeah, that's our non-spoiler review, our non-spoiler thoughts on The Lost City. And again, definitely go check it out if you need a good laugh. But that is it for our review. If you are not yet, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Also give the video a thumbs up. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, remember to be a force of light. All right, bye guys.